how much respect does OKC deserve for winning the first chip in franchise history?
I mean, you got to give them their respect because they did win. They fought all season, or the last 2 seasons. They got there, didn't look good. I mean, especially being, the titan of the series. Didn't look good yesterday, but they found a way to pull out the win. I mean, we think about champions, we think about everything going right. I mean, literally nothing was going right for them. And, it never looked comfortable until towards the end where they broke away. But, that's what makes you a champion. And, that's what you got to, put your hat on.
Yeah. So we were watching the game on playback. We thought when Hallie went down, obviously it was over. Thunder did their best to stay in the game. But Mr. B, when you look at this Thunder squad, their road to a championship, one of 3 teams with 84 wins in the season, yet to go on to win a chip. How much respect does OKC deserve for winning this ring?
They deserve respect. SJ was always talking about being consistent and staying part of the plan. Like Gil said, they didn't play well though. They were playing into to the Pacers' strengths. I feel like if Hallie didn't go down, might be a different story. But we can't really harp on that too much. But they're still young, so they still have a lot of leeway to keep getting better. They got picks and young guys like that. So, but shout out to SGA. He is, to me, the greatest player out of OKC franchise ever.
So let's shift it over this side. Kenyon, when you look at this Thunder squad, I'm just going to read a couple stats for you. They were plus 259. That's the best home point differential in a single playoffs. Plus 131, best turnover differential in a single playoffs. 19-2, best record following a loss in a single season. And plus 1,247, best point differential in a single season. So how much respect does this OKC team deserve for winning the first championship in franchise history?
A lot of respect, man. That's when you are building something and you're not deviating from that plan. Over the last few years, they have been headed this direction. Disappointment last year in the playoffs, of course, we all thought they would have moved on, but no, to build on that from last year and come out with a chip on your shoulder this year, determined from game 1, and continue that for 82 games and throughout a playoff run, it's very impressive for a young team. A lot of them guys, and this is just basketball, they're very, very young in this, and they could be very fragile at times. But this group is not. For whatever reason, they stick together, good, bad, not to lose 2 games, and things like that. That's how you become special, right? When you look at the things that you didn't do correctly in the previous game and be able to correct that in real time, says a lot about coaching, says a lot about their IQ and their willingness to get better in those areas. But yeah, man, it was a complete job from coaching and players. Game 7, Indiana came out with a certain game plan. They went in at halftime and Oklahoma City adjusted, stopped running pick and rolls and things like that, and did what they had to do, man. So it was a very, very impressive run to it. Shout out to the Oklahoma City Thunder.
So last but not least, Swaggy P, Oklahoma City Thunder join you as NBA champions. Now have the championship experience that you've had for several years.
Oh, man.
How much respect does OKC deserve for this playoff run and winning the first chip in their franchise history?
I'm just mad I forgot to wear my championship shirt and hat, too. Fuck. Should have wore it. It's a great feeling. A lot of people never get a chance to experience that,
That's what they say.
Man, I think, they won the championship when they brung Caruso over. They knew they was one piece away. And it's the little things, It's the little things. And I think Caruso brung that. Man, all you can say, man, now is they accomplished something that a lot of people didn't give them credit for, man. People were saying it was too young, didn't believe in the second option, Jalen Williams. Nobody really had them winning, and to prove a lot of people wrong, to be young, to still go out there and get the job done, to go through, teams like Denver, you went through some good teams to get there, and You got it done, man. You got to celebrate, man. That was that just bringing back memories, man. You want to be on the bus? You want to go? You know the daddy. You know Shai Daddy. You want to get on the bus to feel something?
Shout out to Von Alexander.
I want to be in the crowd.
The crowd runs on the floor, too. Like, everybody gets to enjoy it.
No, everybody don't.
Yeah.
Niggas in the nosebleed can't come on the court.
Shit.
Yeah.
You ain't never been there.
Huh?
Look.
No, I was playing.
everybody-
I was still playing. So my first chance to go to a parade was 2020, and the city decided they wasn't going to allow us to celebrate. So
It was COVID.
yeah.
You should have got one, too. You should have got a ring.
I mean, if I'd have known that, if I'd have known that I wasn't going to be a part of that, I would have just did the Black Lives Matter, like, fight with the police thing. I would have been probably.
No fighting with the police. Peaceful.
No, not in LA, in the valley.
What's that? Fight with the
No,
police.
in the valley, because they wasn't pepper spraying nobody. We was good over here.
No pepper.
You know what I mean? Like, we was good over here. Just yeah. You know what I mean? There was nothing gonna happen. LA.
Was you on camera when they had people on Zoom watching the games though in a bubble? You could
in
have
the
watched.
bubble.
Yeah.
No, I had a regular TV. I didn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I was watching regular.
Well, I'm just saying, man.
But yeah, so I didn't get the experience.
That feeling is like one of the best, like the greatest feeling for real in the world, man. You know.
That's what I heard. I mean, it looked like it. I think yeah.
That shit's amazing, man. It just bringing back chills, like.
Bring it back chill.
That night after too, like man, you on clouds, like you're really the man, like they're the man of this summer, like
Heard they shut down Applebee's after the game.
that shit is fun, bro.
I had a championship.
Back to over.
Man.
I dreamed of if I ever won a championship, what I was gonna do.
What did that dream involve?
Do whatever,
Huh?
bro.
What did that dream involve?
As soon as we won, I was gonna leave. Just throw my jersey, put it in the center court, and leave. Just leave the arena and go, and then they can't find me.
Where were you going?
No interviews, no nothing, no parade. Just disappeared. That was my storyline. The nigga just disappeared.
Forever.
Probably wasn't gonna show up that following season. It's just a what happened.
That's
Just a what
funny,
happened.
bro. That is
never came
oh
back.
Yeah, I just never just like I wasn't
That
like
would be the
like first it was gonna miss the whole summer. Then I was
that
like,
back
nah,
to
it'd be
the
legendary if I missed that whole next season. Just gone.
Where is he?
It's just like what happened?
What happened?
Where is he going? I just ghost. No interviews, no nothing. Just I was like, yeah, that's gonna be my thing. That's gonna be my thing.
Nigga won and
Ain't no,
lost.
ain't no celebrating the champagne. Just right to the car. All they got was left was the jersey. Left it.
That jersey.
Don't return
that
for the
jersey
He
entire
left the
would've
game
been
on
worth so
top.
much.
Left the game on top.
That jersey would have been worth so much though.
I just thought that would have been cool.
How much? Yeah, that jersey.
That jersey would have been like.
Yeah.
Actually,
That jersey would've
been
been worth-
nuts. Actually,
Yeah, no, that's it.
Yeah, that'd have been nuts.
Yes.
cool. Nuts.
Jersey would have been on.
I see
But
why.
hilarious in the
Yeah,
sense.
I can see why.
Damn hilarious.
I didn't win one.
So
Like-
that jersey for a couple million.
Respect them like Dennis Rodman, like won that
Dip it in a motorcycle.
where the fuck is Dennis going?
Yeah.
He got to go on a bender, coach.
Right.
He'll be back. Like, let him do what he do. Just ride off into the sunset. But in all sincerity, salute to this Thunder squad. There was a lot of talk this season, last season, heading into this postseason. Just a young team. Think about Draymond's comments earlier in the season. He didn't really like all the buddy stuff after the interviews and all that stuff. But this was a tough team that stuck together, accomplished the ultimate goal, 68-14 during the regular season. Got the 16 wins they needed to get.
What they did was show everybody, you can't judge a book by its cover. We always say that, but they really, did it, right? From even me saying he had a 0% chance.
You did say that. Good.
But that's because I'm a Laker fan.
The Lakers were still in the playoffs.
Lakers,
You said it.
yeah.
So
2026 champions.
They're supposed to play us.
just the comments, over and over and over, and they're sitting there doing it. They're sitting there game after game after game, round after round, proving everybody wrong. So, when they say, man, this is a weight off our shoulders, like, yeah, I'm sure because we was all, besides a lot of people in OKC, or everybody in OKC, most of the people's like, you got the Boston Celtics, you got Lakers, you got Golden State, Denver, you know what I mean? So it was, they wasn't highly favored across
And what do you got? I mean, obviously the internet does what the internet does in these moments. A lot of people not giving the ring the respect that it deserves, saying it was a weak-ass ring, already paying the asterisk next to it for their road to the playoffs, but they got it done. So
Their road to the playoffs was they played everybody healthy.
Yeah.
7-game series.
they played the Grizzlies. Obviously, Ja went down. Ja made comments.
Ja,
He felt like
they
if he
didn't have a
was healthy, they would have had a chance.
A chance to what? Not lose by what? 30?
They had hope.
They
They
just
lost
Mac
by
was
50
different.
in the
They
first
just Mac
game,
was
bro.
Yeah. Like
Lost by
not
51
lose.
in the first game.
Not lose
But
by.
they were up by like 28 and 30 one of those games. The Thunder came back and won that one.
Yeah.
Cool, that mean that team's better than you.
Oh, that's,
They beat you by 50 in one game, and you up 30, and they come back and beat you. That mean that team is way better than you. You ain't got a shot.
Yeah.
then took on Nuggets, who are always a difficult out. Some teams have struggled with them in the playoffs previously.
That was like
They did as well.
It's giving us a new look of the new NBA. Kind of. You know, they're having fun.
Yeah.
They're young.
Doing it their way, having fun.
It seems like they genuinely like each other. It doesn't seem like there's
Yeah.
any real dissension or
Like,
beef.
when
with
they-
that roster.
Because everybody's getting to play, right? Yeah. When everybody's getting to play and we winning and we successful, it's all fucking pom-poms and goddamn glitter and rainbows. Let's see, like, that's what they supposed to be doing. Like, they are kicking ass and taking aim, so they letting everybody know about it.
So SGA became the first player in league history to win a scoring title, MVP, Western Conference Finals MVP, and Finals MVP in the same season, and fourth to win a scoring title, MVP, and Finals MVP in the same season, joining Kareem, MJ, who did it 4 times in his career, and Shaq. SGA also became just the second player in league history with 650-plus points, 100-plus rebounds, 150-plus assists in a single postseason, joining LeBron, who did it in 2018. So what statement did SGA make this season?
That he better than Kobe and everybody.
That he's better than Kobe and everybody.
Yeah. That did everything. Rings don't matter. Yeah.
Okay, that's.
He just did everything. He
Statement,
moved in the top 3.
I mean, a statement that he made to me.
Thank you, Mr. B.
Yeah, he's still
The-
he's still in his feelings. Can you go?
The statement that he made to me is that, you know, he didn't get MVP last year. So I think Kenyon said it like he came back with a chip on his shoulder, leading a young team, the youngest team in the NBA, being able to sweep through the whole league. You know, to me, that's just showing that, you know, you're the best player in the NBA. OKC's never won a championship. To be the first one to bring a championship to the franchise just says to me that you're the best player ever out of OKC as a player. So yeah, I just got a lot of high praise from him. He did what he was supposed to do. You know, he's averaging 30 the last 3 years.
Why,
And,
why he's the best player out of OKC?
Well, to me, because there's nobody that's had a year. I mean, well, with the Western Conference, MVP, he's the first player to ever do something like that. So for me, he's just
To win everything?
Yeah, and win it all too.
That's why he's the
So
best player.
during the whole MVP discussion, obviously SGA, Jokic, top 2 finalists, we talked about the difference between being the most valuable player in the league and the best player in the league. Has what SGA's done this season, this postseason, solidified him as the best player in the league right now?
Who you asking me?
Oh,
In my opinion, no.
okay.
But this year he was, but not like my personal opinion, no.
You still rocking with Jokic?
Or that that freak that playing goddamn Milwaukee.
Greco-Nigerian.
Yes. Shut up.
Donovan Mitchell has not done enough to be in this competition.
Shut up.
Who? Shit, he might have a chance next year.
No, it's just hard. Like the question I proposed to Kendrick Perkins last week, right? If you take away the team wins, right, and you put their numbers up on the board, like Shai would be third. So it's just tough. Deal with this and not take anything off his plate. He had an excellent year, man. Like I said, 3rd year in a row scoring 30, MVP, regular season MVP, swept everything. Is looking like he is becoming the face of the NBA.
So
It's lining up. He plays the part, speaks well, stays out of trouble, family man. So everything is lining up for that.
So this brings me over to you, Gil. So Gil, when I asked what statement did SGA make with this season, you did this, I believe, the symbol for saying he is the face of the NBA.
You know, when you look around the league and you're talking about, you know, LeBron's leaving, Curry's leaving, KD's leaving soon. They're searching for who is going to be the face of the league, who's going to be the face that they are selling to corporate America, right? And, it comes with style, looks, family. Can we trust you with our sponsors? Like, not to get in trouble outside, right? He checks all those boxes. So when you're going into this year and we're talking about the MVP race, if they're looking for a new face, they're going to tell us, right? They're going to tell us who they're going to push. Boom, MVP. All right, okay.
And then nobody gonna argue with it.
Western Conference MVP. Okay. Now, if this is going to be the face of the NBA.
Scoring title.
If this is about to be the face of the NBA, they're going to win the championship, right? When we talked about Tatum as the face, what we was missing was the NBA backing, right? He lost the Eastern Conference MVP. He lost the Finals MVP. Like, man, that's going to be the face of the NBA, and you just keep giving trophies away to somebody else. And then, during the biggest time of America, you're benching him. You're pointing that he's like, you're defacing this man in the public, in the America. And it's supposed to be the face of the NBA? Yeah.
They did deface him in the face of
Right, you know what I mean?
He was on the
don't
team.
get it.
Yeah, you come, but that's what I'm saying. Like, he don't get in trouble and all that, but this is not how you're supposed to be promoting the face.
a DMP for
And that's what I'm saying. So all the signs said, like we're talking about, yeah, he's a face. But it's like the NBA is like, yeah, nah, not right
Wasn't
now.
messing with him.
So, yeah, so it looks like everything was tracking, and he's tracking right. So moving into next season, they got something to push and say, oh, this is the future.
Personality.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Like even with Hallie, when you look at Hallie himself, he's pushable. He's married. He don't get in trouble, right? He knows how to turn on his white voice. He knows how to be funny. He can speak. Like, you know what I mean? So, he was the guy that they were looking at like, you know what, that dude in Indiana, we can go, let's go ahead. Yeah. Let's go ahead and kind of put him in the mix. Let's see what happens with him.
They said his daddy could come back to the game.
Yeah,
Got him back court.
President, man.
And right now it's like
Hallie
it's in like it's Shai for all the images. It's like Shai, and then you have like Wemby.
He is the clean AI, for sure.
Yeah, it's like you got the Wemby still there, like American.
And he winning. Yeah.
Right now you're looking at what? Cooper Flag coming in?
And he's the ultimate team player right
It
now.
seems like, look, SGA checks all the boxes, gets buckets, obviously led his team to a championship, but there's such a narrative out there with people being mad at his ability to draw fouls, get to the
And who
foul.
does that? Who did that narrative?
The
Who
game.
cares, man?
This-
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the problem with.
I enjoy it.
But that's the
Get
problem.
buckets, sir.
That's the problem with where media has dictated to all of us false narratives. Right? When we did start this game, it was we want to do everything to try to win a championship. That's what we were sold. And you're telling the American public what we are, when we are, depending on if you like us or not. And that's became the problem. Right? They're selling something to so when you say, hey, do you like SGA? If you say no, the only thing you're saying no is to what?
Foul.
He's foul bait or and that's a narrative that they threw in there. That's not a real thing.
How do you call somebody a foul baiter or a foul merchant and any of these other negative terms when the refs call the fouls?
Because that's
So his ability to draw fouls is a
because that's
is
what
it negative?
but because
They
that's
hate
what they
that.
wanted to put up there. Even though if you rank him amongst his peers, the Michael Jordans, the Kobe's, and all that,
with him.
he is the lowest one. He's the last one.
If you
Find
He just
nothing
got a
else-
high IQ.
You can't find nothing else wrong with
With
him,
him.
so you nitpick.
Yep,
You take all his free throws away, he still leads the league in scoring. If you take everybody else's free throws away too, he still.
he leads, but they're not
it
going to
doesn't
push
matter.
that narrative. This is the narrative they want to push.
They hated what James did.
So when you say you hate him, you're hating him because this is the narrative that was pushed on him. And that's that's the bad part. It's like we're going off of somebody else's pen.
You think they gonna change make some calls? Like when James was doing it, they changed the whole call that he can't get that three-ball.
When they did that, but SGA still has found the ability to draw
They
fouls.
changed it with KD too. When KD used to do that little.
You got enough teams complaining.
Yeah, the
about
rip
it.
through.
You got enough teams complaining about it.
Then you would.
Then that's one. But this, what you complain about?
Yeah, he
Tell your guys go watch the way Nembhard guarded him. Bet as he could. Keep your fucking hands off of him. And when he did, he got called for a foul. When he got in there and hooked, you got called for a fucking foul. Like, keep your hands off of him. Like, it's simple, man. Like, learn how to play defense without putting your hands on him. And
it's an
good
art,
luck.
man. The best scorers in history had it. Michael Jordan knew how to do it. Kobe knew how to do it. Allen Iverson. I mean, if you go through history, man, scores are scores. They are figuring out how to get fouled and score.
Do that make you the face though when people don't have nothing to complain about? Like complaining about somebody like Jason Tatum is like it's something you always it's something they say it's something. You always had something in the media. But
what is there to hate out on Jason Tatum even? When
Nothing.
I'm saying,
Nothing.
That's what confuses me. Other than playing for the
trying to
Celtics.
say he hadn't won a championship.
No, what I'm saying is, like, you got to remember.
you had to be liked.
No, but you only like because of what? What people like if you told people if you didn't read no newspaper and you just watched the game for yourself, your opinion of what you're watching is very different from me saying it. If we just like what is his name down in Towns.
Watch the games on mute.
If we Towns, right, and we say what do they call him? Suspect. What is the name? Zesty.
Zesty is a term that they throw
Zesty,
out.
like if you're watching the game by yourself, you're not thinking about no zesty nothing. But if I keep pointing it out, and then every time you watch it, you start looking for shit, then it becomes the narrative. Right? Oh, Zesty Town. So now every time he pass the ball and do something, you start looking for it.
Have there ever been a non-athletic face though of the league? Somebody that
Allen Iverson, Curry,
Magic.
Magic, Curry.
Wait, Allen Iverson wasn't athletic? Wait, you said
dunking on people like something excitement like.
Hitting middies isn't exciting.
Different league.
Yeah, Curry.
Step backs aren't exciting.
It's a different league than we're playing in.
He don't do this stuff. Steph shooting threes. And
No, I'm saying, Magic.
It's a different league, man.
Magic.
I think SGA just got everything. Like,
But that's what I'm saying. But is it something that brings the crowd?
No.
Like, oh my God, what is that?
Not yet. No, not yet.
Winning, right?
I
Winning
just
now.
think he's more
It
safe.
ain't gonna be nothing.
Not yet.
And
I just think he's more safe.
He's missing like he's
That's what
right
he's
now.
missing
He's
to me.
just right now. What he has over everybody, he's safe.
Like one thing he can do that can put him in a different category.
Showmanship.
He's doing that absolutely. He
I know,
is,
he's not really.
Just average 30.
that's boring though. That's
No, just average 30 throughout your fucking from 2 years ago until you walk away.
But you gotta get a
It's boring.
Ball.
It is,
Like,
but just
you
just
gotta
do
get
it.
an 80 ball or something.
No. But I'm
just
like,
do it.
what you're saying. What you're
Just do
saying
it.
is there's a thing that a superstar has, right?
That's what I'm saying.
And he doesn't have it yet. He's across the middle. He don't have those moments where, like, if we watch, think about it, we just finished this series. Can you name 2 plays that stands out? That's like, oh shit, I'm gonna remember this for the rest of my life. There's none.
Not on his side, but obviously the
Hallie.
Siakam dunk.
The Siakam, regular ass dunk. Like that's. But because the game is so bland, we are saying that dunk is like woo.
Get we working with what we got.
But that's what I'm saying. So when we think about your career, when I say, oh, Shai, you supposed to come. There should be a cross.
like,
There should be a crossover, a step back, a windmill. There has to be something in your resume.
Does it?
No, it doesn't.
Yes, you got
Did Tim Duncan have all?
He wasn't a face.
I don't think so.
Now why
They
you
got
can't be
to.
the Magic, you got all kind of passes. You got the sky
Jordan
look.
and shit.
Jordan,
But I think
but Jordan, you can think about all the Jordan stuff. You can think about all the Kobe moves.
Think about AI.
So multiple
Austin
MVPs,
Jordan.
multiple championships.
But when you think about them, when we think about Kobe, we're thinking about like his rings. You got plays that you can remember him throwing a lob to
what
what's
did Larry Bird do?
Father a lot of children.
I don't know.
I'm asking, what
He did?
I'm just asking.
See, Gil? But they don't push the narrative. They don't push the narrative.
And that's why they push Magic more.
But I'm just saying, but he still won 5 of them motherfuckers.
No, that's why they push Magic more.
Because he was smiling, but he still
I know he did,
But he used to tell people where he should.
But I'm saying they sold us that. They
Playing
sold
games
us
left-handed. I mean,
But that's what I'm saying. But they
He
sold
played the
us.
whole game
But
left-handed.
that's why Magic was always tender in front. Same thing why
he
Magic
played in
was
LA
pushing.
though too, so.
But Magic was pushed in front of Kareem because Kareem looked vanilla.
Yeah, he's smiling.
So that's what I'm saying. Like with
personality.
SGA, he has to do something that makes you like. I call it moments. Right, like when you dunk,
still a
right?
household name,
Like
though.
when you dunk and slam the backboard, did stuff like he has to have those moments. So when people think of his name, they go to a visual.
But he's still a household name.
I know.
Larry Bird's still a household name.
I know.
Tim Duncan's still a household name.
I'm talking about that next level.
Yeah.
That Curry.
Yeah.
That Curry when he start doing this and start doing it, like it's the moments when you think of the
But that's
name
not
that
his
he got to have.
personality though. He's still.
But that's what I'm saying. Oh, that's what I said. He goes into next year and he has like the little antics where he crossed somebody over, do the points and stuff like that. So when people think about it, you're like,
It's gonna come. I think it's gonna come in a different
I
way,
see
man.
Jalen doing that before him, though.
I think it's gonna look different. I think it's gonna
Jalen doing that before
be
him.
consistent, averaging 30. It's gonna be like them winning a couple more championships and them breaking like the 73 wins. I think it's gonna be shit like that.
Duncan as a guard.
Because he's still gonna be a household name.
Mike
He's
Conley,
gonna-
coach. Yeah, but like when we think about like,
Duncan.
all right,
Mike Conley,
Hey,
energy.
Sean Kemp. What do you think about first?
Mike
Oh
Conley.
yeah, my favorite basketball player.
Yeah, see, no. But what do you like when I say his name? You got so like, oh shit, he dunked on here, dude.
But he was never the face of the NBA.
I know, but what I'm saying is you. When
that's
you,
cheating, though.
No, I'm saying when you say his name, you
Gary
think about
Payne?
something.
But you're
Gary
talking
Payne?
about. I'm saying, but you're talking about that guy. Like, we talking about them dudes.
no, that's what I'm saying. But
Like
he
you
don't
saying
have
that
those.
in order for him to be that. But
got
you
to.
he gotta have a moment that we can remember when we say his name.
Ant-Man.
Huh?
Ant-Man.
We got a bunch of them.
Yeah, we got a bunch of moments.
Let's talk about this Thunder.
So I'm just saying that going into next year, that should be in the back of his mind. Like
You said like him and Tatum don't have.
No,
those
what I'm saying
moments.
is capitalize on the
moment
the
to say
business
that?
side. I'm
dunked on
saying the
LeBron.
business
Rookie
side of
year,
it.
I remember that.
I'm saying the business side of it. When you're playing this game and there's things that happen.
Well,
Make a point to expose. Like you make a motherfucker fall and you
that ain't him.
hit a
Yeah,
shot.
I know you're saying.
Do something with
not.
it to make people think about it.
he's not.
But that's
so
the
y'all.
business.
So
that's the business side of basketball.
But if I'm Shai,
what
I'm
you're
like, well, he can keep dunking on niggas, and I'm gonna keep snacking these MVPs and these motherfucking championships, and y'all can keep having that. If I'm Shai, like I don't care.
No,
about
I
that.
get it.
Like that's,
But then-
I'm worried about that side of it. Like I hear you. Yes, the other guys have that, but that's not his personality.
I know. I'm
So-
talking about the
Yeah, I'm
business
talking about
side.
the
'Cause you
business
can.
side,
I'm pretty
No,
sure
that's fine. Yeah,
we
I
all
mean,
thought about winning
you'll be
championships
Tim
and all that, and then when that list come out, you be sitting there like,
for real.
just like when you average
You wanna
20
be
and
a
he
household
averaged 20,
name. Yeah, it's
and
different.
he signed 200 million, and you sitting there with 85, and you're
Right.
like, yo, we signed
It's
the same thing.
different.
He's bringing something different.
Yeah.
I
No,
dig
that's
that.
all I'm
I mean,
saying.
yeah, I get both sides. I mean, but like you said, it probably ain't his personality.
And it's a
But I mean,
different
there's
NBA.
people that's been successful going the way he's going, too. So
And he's not. And the thing is, we don't know what they doing in Canada for him. Like it's a different animal.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
Whole other country.
Right.
It's a whole different animal up there for him. You know
I mean,
what I'm saying?
hey, listen, I'm just tell you right now, man. Listen, Canada, y'all back. Y'all back. Because y'all, listen, I'm going to tell you for like the last 8-9 months, boy, y'all been taking L's after L's after L's.
He brought Canada back.
Canada's back. Y'all can go outside again. I mean, Kendrick gone. Y'all can come outside. Y'all got somebody who swept every day.
We're putting maple syrup back on our pancakes.
Yeah, you can go back there. You can bump Drake again out loud. Right?
it's on.
Be up his own, yeah.
It's on now.
He take Kawhi's spot?
Huh?
He took Kawhi's spot in Canada?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, hell yeah. He's
Mike Lowry.
from,
Not
he's
Mike
homegrown.
Lowry. Kyle Lowry.
he's from there.
He's from Toronto. He's from Toronto.
Yeah, he's from there. They get to hold something up.
Yeah, you're right.
They get to hold something up. They get to promote. Yeah, they gon'
And the MVP and
and
everything.
the MVP and the scoring top.
let them niggas just hold
Drake gonna bring him out of OVO Fest.
gonna have
Hey, Drake can come outside. You got somebody. You got some with you.
Let's talk about
KD
this Thunder squad a little bit. Thunder are the second youngest team in the shot clock era to win a chip. Showed their youth during the post-game celebration. Let's take a look.
They won this one, so that gains like 2 or 3
team was
more
having a little
years
bit of trouble.
experience and confidence
opening up these bottles.
Has nowhere reached his peak.
Not even close.
He's not even close. So you think about him in the next 2 or 3 years.
Team struggled a little bit to pop these
how
bottles.
good this team can be.
Sad.
And you're led by your guy.
That's good.
Struggling.
That's
Did you get
How you
I'm
do
the
that?
best player.
A very struggle mode.
All of them
And I
open
do.
already.
Very struggle mode. But once again, Alex Caruso brought his championship experience to the squad. They had to ask AC for help. The Caruso God.
Look at him. Y'all hit it on the table. Nah,
Yeah,
bro.
just no clue whatsoever. A lot of them don't drink. Jalen Williams admitted it was his first time
Look
taking a sip of alcohol. But Caruso came through in the clutch yet again, showed the team the proper way to pop a bottle and spray it in the locker room.
That's funny.
Bringing his championship experience, very crucial and vital.
He should be proud of this playoff.
That's funny.
I know, that just speaks so much value.
Man.
Like, I mean,
How
we
good
went to
they
the
are.
club and found out how to bust them bottles.
How
right?
good they were.
The fact that they don't even know how to open it,
They
just
went
like,
home and practice like shit. We might win this bitch. Shit. Let me
go here and practice.
Let me go see shit. This shit. Yeah. Let me.
They locked in.
Yeah,
Them boys was locked in.
Martinelli's, do it with the Martinelli's.
like that. Like, damn.
Babies.
Y'all ain't even. That means y'all ain't alcoholics. Y'all ain't going to the club. Y'all ain't bottle popping wars. Y'all drinking Coronas and water?
It's OKC. Come on.
I know, but it's
They're
just,
drinking straight lemonade.
not one, not one alcoholic on the team.
It's
no alcohol.
Not but it's
OKC.
It's not one of you.
Remember that strip club in OKC?
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not one of y'all went to the club and said your bottle's on
Chick
me.
didn't have one leg, bro.
At the OKC
A
strip
chick
club.
had one leg at that strip club, remember?
I know that's
Yeah, it's OKC.
So we asked the chat, will
Remember
SGA,
that shit? She was just swinging that nut.
just the nub just
She was
swinging.
like, come here, nigga.
we asked the chat, will SGA be the next face of the league? It was a 50-50 split, but let's keep this thing moving on the Thunder.
No,
Remember that
because that's real.
That's real, bro.
And sometimes
Yeah, like,
when you sit there and think, and you just be like,
I like, damn.
how bad is the
Right?
strip club? If that
Nothing wrong with being
One leg with a nub.
disabled.
No,
there's nothing wrong with it. Just at the
There's
strip club,
nothing
you just be sitting there like,
She's probably the highest paid in there, motherfucker too.
man.
because we feel sorry. One, we
was-
feel sorry
No,
for.
there's some wicked people out here in the world, dog. Yo, there's some
Little girl.
there's some
They had
wicked
admitted
thinking
that.
people
I
in the
think
world.
Deshaun
Yo,
was-
it was a little person walked in the mall. It was a person in Denver, the one in Denver.
He was a which person?
It was a little person walked in
Oh, yeah,
in Denver.
I remember that. I'm about to
right?
say.
And I listen, I told her straight up, she came out, I said, listen, I ain't stable enough.
Yeah.
Hey,
They be
I am
thick,
too
boy.
mentally unstable for you to come over and start dancing, because this will be your last day, 'cause I might hurt your feelings.
Yeah, got to hurt your feeling. Yeah, you got to watch out. Some of them just hey.
Can we appreciate your
Your
honesty?
little ass somebody here. Get your little ass. Get your little ass.
Hey, little itty bitty. Get off me, little itty bitty. But heading into the playoffs, Thunder's inexperience was heavily discussed, with many thinking it would be the reason they wouldn't win a title, but OKC proved their critics wrong. So Thunder have their top 9 scorers all under contract next season, 13 first-round picks over the next 7 drafts.
Oh my God.
But this is the 7th straight season a different team has won the chip, the longest streak in NBA history. When you look at this Thunder squad, are we witnessing the birth of a dynasty?
How many years? Dynasty is what, 2 wins or more?
3.
3?
Right?
3
Three
wins?
dynasties, right?
Yeah, 3 in a window, 5-6 seasons with
And what?
5 to 6 seasons.
Trending up.
They're trending up, but history is not on their side.
Not at all, but trending up.
The only dynasty from a small market team was San Antonio,
I mean,
right? So,
I was on playback too, Gil. I
and
was
the
on
problem-
playback too
Four
last
picks
night.
next year?
yeah, but if they're
Four
using,
first round
if you're using your first round, that means you're going backwards just a little bit.
But you can trade them shits. You didn't see that.
The problem with the dynasty for a small market team is you're handicapped by pay, right? And when we're talking about the reason that not a lot of small market teams has been dynasties is because if you're winning, people got to get paid. Now, when you think about Spurs, they wasn't paid. And that's what people don't realize. Ginobili wasn't paid like a Hall of Famer. Tony Parker wasn't paid like a Hall of Famer. Right? When he got paid, he had 2 championships. He signed for $60 million. After my second year, I signed for $60 million. So you know what I mean? He got 2.
shit on Parker.
No. But what I'm saying is, if he's signing, no, what I'm saying is if I sign for $63 million after my second year, and his contract is up, and he got two rings, if he signs for the 100 that he's supposed to, you know what I mean? They can't build the way. So you gotta get some bad contracts from these players. So all three of these players is going to be up with the next year or next following year. So, I mean, you're going to have to convince them to take some real bad pay cuts for you to keep it as a dynasty.
But can't you,
like the Spurs wasn't overpaid, they was underpaid.
But can't you, do something with the contracts, get it all up front in the back end?
Well, the good thing about them, man, they can keep their core.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
But they got draft capital, man. So they can. That's the thing. A lot of them dudes still in their rookie deals now, so they got them for the next 2 years. They let them and just keep.
But that's what I'm saying. To create a dynasty, you got them for 2 years where they are, but that money kick in. So if you sign him for $360 something, the other for $2 something, the other one for $2 something.
As long as you keep one more, man. Long as you keep your Steph, your Clay, your Draymond.
Man.
But they got to be paid. One got to get screwed.
Well, somebody going to take a team, if they winning, right? I truly believe this. If them guys are winning and how they are, as them, Oklahoma City, they will do team-friendly stuff in order to keep this together and to keep winning. Just my opinion. I could be 100% wrong.
It feels that way,
It feels that way right now because they how they are right now. It could change. We will find out. But I think if they come back next year, right, and are dominant again the way they were this year and run it back, I 100% would believe that when it's time, them dudes.
No, the time is this summer.
I'm going to say yes.
The time is this summer.
I think they're beatable.
All three of them. All three of them can get paid this summer.
But they not.
All three.
Nah.
But they won't though.
So SGA can get that Supermax bread.
But they got to get better because I feel like even.
No, what I'm saying is they all whatever happens for the future is going to happen this summer.
They understand the landscape.
We're talking about the last
teams. The other teams got to get better.
As long as he's taking care of
their team.
the rest, Shai. But he will so this is the thing. The key word in that, he's eligible for the Supermax, right? We all know he's eligible for the Supermax. In order to keep winning, which I think he wants to do, he understands that he needs them dudes.
Yeah, for sure.
So going into that negotiation, that is a thought of his as well. So whatever the number is, and they can pitch it to him or not pitch it to him, he's aware of that. And going into it, be like, okay, this is mine. So it's a thing, right? What do we need in order to make this last? Like, what do we need, right? And it's this number. And if he's comfortable with it, great. And if he's not, then the negotiation starts and you go from there. But just from what I see from them dudes, man, they want to win and they like one another.
Man.
So
everybody wants
until you don't, huh?
This is the start of a dynasty, I think.
Dynasty,
they're beatable though.
No, I don't care about the beatable part. Dynasty starts with contracts first.
But
they won 73 games. They went in the championship.
It starts with when you talk about the Bulls dynasty. You remember the Bulls dynasty. How were they getting paid? They wasn't.
But you're talking about guys on the younger side, right? So you got Jalen Williams, Chet still on rookie deal. So their max are going to be lower compared to the guys who are stars that were more veteran.
What I'm saying, they're going to. What is the rookie max?
Yeah, because Jalen is
200.
Yeah, because Jalen is third team All NBA. Chet is.
Yeah, so they're all like you. So you got one guy who's 200. You got one guy who's 300. Right. So that's between two guys. They're sitting at $500 million.
They'll knock that off in order to keep it where they need to be. Shai won't take the.
But it starts like what? But just as players, if the head guy who's getting 3 something, right, and he's talking about we got to take pay cuts, right? We all right, cool. He has to show us first.
Yeah, he will.
Right? So if he's at 360 and he signs for 345, we sitting here like, he ain't really doing nothing for us. If he does a Brunson,
260.
If he does a Brunson, we still are sitting here like, yeah. Like he has to show example first that he he wants us for us to say, all
Because
right,
the
cool.
market
Other than
is,
that,
where they play is where they
because you're
play.
going to make, you the star. You're going to make your money, my
Here's
nigga.
off top.
You know what I mean?
He got
Like,
his
we know
MVP,
you are the MVP.
shoes, all that shit.
You good, my
Yeah,
dog.
yeah,
like,
and
you got
more
your
to
own
come.
shoe.
Can he
and
take
more
a
to come.
short-term
That's what
deal?
I'm saying. You got your own shoe. I'm wearing James Harden.
Yes, absolutely. And more to come.
I got some PEs, bro.
They're custom though.
I'm getting
No,
them
what I'm
daily.
saying is I got another
I know.
nigga shoes
Yes,
on.
absolutely.
Right? So you really gotta be the
and I think-
catalyst to it.
And I think they understand that. Like, I really, just watching them dudes, man, and just right after, for him to include Jay.
Yeah, I like how he
for him
did,
to
yeah.
include him in that part of it, like, you gotta start digging deep into what their dynamic is within that locker room.
Yep.
So we asked the chat, is OKC on their way to becoming a dynasty? 54% of the chat says no. Chat, you're accurate, because we know who's winning in 2026, so that now, maybe 2027, 2028.
No, I'm just not- I
down the
just don't
road.
like their
But let's
It's
let's
there.
dudes
What I'm
getting
saying is,
better.
listen, with
Dudes getting better
the
next year,
team,
bro.
with the
Good luck.
team that they have
Good luck.
and how it's set up, it's only theirs to fuck up.
Good luck.
Like, just
It's
like they
only
had,
theirs to fuck up.
just
That's
like they
what I
had
said.
before with KD.
For real.
It's only yours to fuck up. Right now, you have it. Now you got to play real chess. Like, I don't know what buildings and land you have out there that you can start doing what Mickey was doing to, hey, I got some boats, I got some apartments, I got some
Right.
condos.
That shit, they had
I know I
tornadoes
can't
gonna
pay
come
you
over there
right
and get all
now,
that shit.
right? When we talk about Haslam, there's a reason Haslam was on the team for goddamn
Man.
35 years. They was paying him back for the sacrifice he did before.
Yeah.
So you might have to
You got restaurants
Right?
and all
Yeah.
kind of shit down
Yeah,
there.
but you have to be a man. You have to be a man of your word, though.
Yeah.
So if you tell a motherfucker to take $100 million pay cut, I'm gonna pay you on the back end. You better pay him on the back end.
For sure.
Don't tell him to take a pay cut of $100 million so you can keep this team, and then when it's done,
You sell that motherfucker in 2 years.
yeah, and you ain't doing nothing for him. Like
that was old ownership.
Like you gotta like.
Ain't got nothing to do with me.
Like one thing Miami did, Mickey took care of the people who sacrificed for them
sure.
championships when
For
LeBron
sure.
and them came there. So you got to, if these players do their part, you better do yours.
All right, well, let's shift over to the Pacers side of things.